Let's see, playing a little bit of Mage. Pray for the best. Pray we get something interesting, maybe. Hasn't happened yet tonight or yet in this draft. I remember the good old times. Right at Cam. What's up, Mr. Juicy? Let's go zombie. Trash, trash, and I guess Famished Wool can be good. Way to prove me wrong. Just a nice little break. Rest one's mind and prepare for the, Are we losing our mind over here? I mean, I've been for like 2 months now just taking breaks after runs to save my sanity. I mean, the game's not good. There's a lot of purchased accounts. Unfortunately, I think we have to face probably a bit higher of a percentage than other people, which takes a bad game and makes it worse. And our decks haven't been good. So you couple all that and it's like, let's take like a 5-minute break every once in a while. Take some days off? Yeah, I'm taking some days off soon. Well, relatively soon. Let's take a portal. I'm not sure, maybe the 2-drop's better. Hate them. I guess I'll take another fire sale. I don't really love fire sale much. Rewind's not great, but I guess I take it. I don't really love Stoneborn. Cold Case I like. You're gonna try out DC Dual Force? I mean, maybe. I watched everybody play it today. It was like, all the streamers were playing it. It looked fine. Getting into new card games is hard. Like, you know. Right now, if I could stream it to the same amount of people I stream Arena to, anything, I would try that. But, onward we push. It was tough quitting Snap. I mean, Snap's relatively new still, right? It's hard to get into Snap. I feel like quitting card games is easy, relatively easy. But starting new ones is hard. I guess like they kind of go hand in hand. If you play as many card games as some of us, you sort of have to, like you kind of have to have a card game you're playing. It's like I can't quit Hearthstone unless I'm playing something else, you know, or a lot of people feel that way. That's how I felt with Magic the Gathering, and I didn't really like cut back my Magic the Gathering playing until I started playing more Hearthstone. Snap is too expensive, and now they're not going to drop good cards. Pool 3, yeah. Yeah, the only cards that will drop are cards you won't want. I got Shauna because that's the only Pool 3 card I was missing. Alright, I'll take it. At least I won't open a Shauna. I'm gonna take Spellcoiler here. I'll get about getting more into fart games. I'm not sure what a fart game is. I'm about to go find out if I should step down and demote myself tomorrow. Why would you do that? You don't have to do that. I think Accuser's okay. These are shit. And then we got all 3 of these. How disappointing. Love that card, but I guess we're supposed to just take Defenders. Immediately punished. Please, game, don't make me go for my 6th Mage deck in a row without the keyboard. Just give me one. I don't want to cause more damage than good. Well, are you sure you're causing any damage? Is that my first secret? Alright, I'll run an Ice Barrier. That's fine. Dragon Boy. I'm gonna take a 2nd secret over a 2nd Costume Singer. Yeah, I could take that thing. It's okay. I love Sweeper, man. But I have no Dredge. Maybe this deck I don't want it. I mean, I always want it. Maybe this deck I don't need it. Alright. Perfect deck to get 2 Cosmic Keyboards, that's all I'm saying. I am a Cold Case main. We're going all in on Cold Case. Okay, this is crap. The deck looks like it's actually kind of good, but I really think it's not. Without keyboard, I think your deck is just at a severe disadvantage in most games. You're gonna have to, like, get lucky with Babbling Book or Spellcoiler or something. What's the meta for Arena right now? I don't think it's good. But I think Arena needs, and Hearthstone in general, I think needs a lot more than just, like, changing sets or whatever. Their design philosophy has been pretty bad for a long time now. Pretty much all the modes are unsupported. Arena, Duels, the Tavern Brawls are pretty lazy. Mercenaries. I think Standard in general has kind of been, like, pushed to the wayside for Battlegrounds. I think the popularity of an auto-battler mode within the card game mode has really shown up in the card game itself, and the lack of foresight. Galactus got nerfed? Yeah. I didn't mind Galactus before. My deck countered Galactus hard. I don't think I'd lost to Galactus for 2 months until today. Somebody just played a Galactus and then had 7 power and I was just dead. I'm like, oh, they must have changed this card because I was confused. Has there been a good arena meta in the last year? Like overall, like meta? Probably not. There have probably been like aspects of some metas that are good. But yeah, I don't know if there's been like a really good meta. But I don't think you can, like, you're gonna get a good meta anymore while they like design all the cards for constructed and they're really poorly designed for a limited experience, you know? Like a card like Cosmic Keyboard that just makes like a free 4/4, a free 5/5, and then a free 8/8. Like, you're just not going to beat that when your cards are a Noyotron or Plagiarizer or Cold Case by itself. So it's like there's like so many cards that you can't beat, you can't play against. Like, it's such a common experience now. Whereas in the past, I really don't think it was that common. Should have pinged here first, because I'm gonna ping no matter what. Last 2-3 years, there's not been one good meta at all, but rather some fun cards or mechanics. Oh, I think that's a really long time. I think people sometimes forget how long a year or two is in terms of like the card game experience. But I'd say overall, yeah, it has felt to me like they have been struggling to put out. I don't think they're putting any effort into putting in like well-developed metas. I think they've struggled to put out like good standard metas for a while. And I do think, you know, Battlegrounds is, what, 3.5 years old now, I think? I think there have been, you know, a lot of hits and a lot of misses with Battlegrounds, but they've at least tried a lot of things. So even when you miss, if you're doing a lot of like big changes, like even that at least feels fresh for a little while, a lot of the time. Most fun meta was when Jades were a thing. That was 8 years ago, so maybe not.
Where's your pass?
What's up, Ghost Chief? Have a good night. All right, go far. Get some sleep. Get some rest. We have some more wonderful arena ahead tonight, and probably tomorrow too. You know, I always say, as frustrating as it is and as bad as it feels a lot of the time, you still get good games, you still get good runs, you still get good decks. They've just diluted the experience, that's all. It doesn't, it's not that it never happens, it's just,
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
it's a far cry from what it was.
You gotta let the magic do the magic.
Who remembers fondly Raid Boss Onyxia? Play the card and win. Yeah, Raid Boss was pretty strong. That one was pretty strong.
Stone Legion.
What we could do...
Stone Legion. To me.
What we could do is, not even think about Hearthstone, which can be nice. What the hell else is going on in this world? I mean, the Denver Nuggets won the NBA championship. Is that cool? What do we collectively think about that? You think they're gonna win another championship? I wonder. Vegas, I think, won the NHL Cup today. Sure hate Las Vegas. I do. What was the result? 4-1? It was 4-1 Denver. And I think the hockey series was 4-1 too. Maybe it was 4-2. I can Blizzard here. I wish I could ping that. I pre-ordered FF16. Will you try it? I don't think so. I want LeBron James to get one last title. I don't want him to get a title. He's kind of annoying. Is that okay to say? LeBron's kind of been annoying for 20 years. 4 is good. Doesn't he have 4? 4 is great.
Need some atmosphere.
He is sometimes. I mean, it's all subjective, right? But maybe. I thought LeBron said he was retiring. He's still going for one more season? Yeah, he was like pretending to retire for a little while for some reason. Which is, I think, yet another contributing factor to like LeBron being annoying.
Me sweat candle.
You really gonna retire? Probably not. I'm glad my boy Tim Duncan is among the legends. I had a dream. And I don't know if I should get into the complete details of this, but in my dream, I was dating a woman, and then another woman was, trying to, engage herself with me in the dream. And I got in trouble as I tried to, this was last night. I got in trouble for the behavior of this other woman in my dream. And then in my dream, somebody came up to me, like a friend, and said, like, hey, oh man, you're in big trouble. I said, what happened? And they're like, this is my dream last night. Like, well, they talked to Tim Duncan and he told them everything. I'm like, what the heck? It's like, and then I woke up, Tim Duncan on the brain. It's like you have some fantasies. I mean, don't we all have some fantasies? In my dream, Tim Duncan was ratting me out or setting me up. I don't know, man. We lost the war on password sharing for major streaming platforms. I know they did something with Netflix, right? Are they doing it with all of them? Because I may need to look into things. Does anybody know how to fix Twitch streams not loading on mobile? That I don't know.
You have been.
Here, clip. Duncan has snitch energy. I feel better now that we talked about basketball. We got a win. I don't remember playing Hearthstone. This is great. Yeah, I saw that clip at least. Margot Robbie is my whoops, dicks up. Yeah, again, she's a very attractive lady, Margot Robbie. She wouldn't make my list of like celebrity crushes or anything. I understand fully well that she would have no desire to spend any time with me and would probably spray me with something if I was close to her, I like something painful, but she wouldn't be on, I wouldn't be on her list, she wouldn't be on my list. That's Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, I think Scarlett Johansson's a much more attractive babe. Margot Robbie? Alright, well, even less so now. You ever seen Band of Brothers? No, I kind of want to watch it. You'd tell her no? I wouldn't tell her no, but I wouldn't go out of my way. I wouldn't put in any effort. If she's like, hey, you could put in like a really small amount of effort, I'd be like, nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Would you tell her she's second fiddle? I don't think she'd even be my second fiddle.
Thirst beyond death.
Gal Gadot, is that her name? Is my secret celebrity crush? I don't know who that is.
The Queen's trove is forbidden.
Gal Gadot. Yeah, she's okay. Yeah, she's. I think she's more attractive than Margot Robbie. I don't know if that's any good. Netflix is making a shit ton of money by cracking down hard on passwords, so I'd assume it's only a matter of time for the rest of them to want extra money. I heard that they actually saw a huge spike in subscriptions, which is kind of funny, like the single highest day in like several years or something of new subscriptions. Good morning, Redbeard. What's up, B-Bart? I saw your pictures in the Discord. They looked really cool. Thanks for sharing them. I guess I want to ping here, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like a short-haired babe sometimes. Short-haired babe. Scarlett Johansson, she's kind of a voluptuous lady. That's kind of nice, right? Vintage! Rudy, he's coming back down. He's back on Earth. Thank you, Rudy, for the 5 gifted subs. Evikia. Dream. Shadowfile. Lebroni. Lebroni? Gift type, I'll take it, man. Man's gotta eat. Any fellow boomers thinking of Monica Bellucci? Matrix. Monica Bellucci wasn't in the Matrix, was she? He must have been influenced by Twitch's password crackdown. You think so? Is that a thing? That sounds like a thing. It's a good card. In the number 2, was she? Okay, maybe. I don't remember the second or third one pretty much at all. I remember Trinity. She looked cool. Nice suit. I mean, it's kind of cool. I really don't want to play Arcane Defenders into this card. Thing just attacks like 12 times a turn. Was she the one that made her kiss him? White dress. Sorry, I don't recall. I kind of failed telling them they are greedy asses, and we will share passwords if we want. We said, oh, you want me to pay for it instead of getting for my sister for free? Here, take my money. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Like if like everybody had collectively taken a bit of time, maybe, you know, maybe things would, you know, they'd be forced to do something different. At the same time, I'm not so sure how completely and adamantly opposed I am to them wanting, you know, people to not share passwords. I don't want to pay for things, but you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's funny if like everybody's just like, oh, we'll just go like a week without Netflix, and maybe they'd be like, oh, okay, sorry. Here's like free stuff, you know? They'd probably be more inclined to give away stuff. It's hard to get everybody on the same page though, huh? Emma Stone? Yeah, Emma Stone. I don't really. Emma. Yeah. Is it okay if I say like pass? Maybe is that okay? Does that make me look bad? Why is he at 50 health? The hell just happened? I think I just, as I've gotten older, I think I have a firmer, pardon my choice of words, I have a firmer appreciation for like a booming body too, you know? Like a booming bod can be, you know, kind of nice. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Rune forging. I have a boomer bod. Yeah, that's different. I got one of those too. I want to use this. He's at fucking 50. God, I am. Redbeard is the real Mama Jama that I want. A huge ass, for sure. I don't need a huge ass. I don't really need a huge anything. But, you know. A little bit of something, you know? Give me a girl that looks like she could give me 20 minutes a night in a 3-and-D role while shooting 40% from 3. As long as Pop is coaching, right? Am I right? Am I right about that? As long as Greg Popovich is involved, I think you know, you're starting to speak my language. I mean, I need some armor, maybe. Could be okay too, but I'll take a 7-mana Defenders, maybe. Boom and Bod, what are you, Bomberman? I know I say it a lot, but this is a weird place. Wait, you started this. Didn't you bring up Margot Robbie?
Shout it from the mountaintops.
Shout it from the goddamn mountaintops. Hopefully it doesn't attack. Most definitely not, huh? I can't help but feel like you were involved. Gret sounds jealous of the fun we have. Probably not. Probably not, but maybe. Maybe jealous. Let's take another AoE. I'll just try to beat him in fatigue. We're unhinged. The man who invented hip-hop style bounce today is telling us we're weird. He was bouncing again. The man went back to bouncing. Star power. Powerful card. Let's cast it. Do you mean Margaret Thatcher? I don't know who that is, but she sounds like someone I don't mean. Dreads always blames the weirdness around him on others. He does. You're right about that. Maybe he's the weird one. Let's see. So what can I do? I can go 2/2/2. And I don't hate that. Jesus Christ. It's enough. Enough with the spells. We get an Ice Blood Tower into Firelands our own face for old time's sake. I did that yesterday with a puzzle box and killed myself. It was inelegant. Really glad that got objected. I really am. Really am.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
Sigmore removal.
I am low on cards.
Red, if you have to live alone with no women allowed for the rest of your life, or live with dreads forever till you die, but in the other one I get like a beautiful woman, I guess I would take dreads and the beautiful woman over living alone with no beautiful woman. But if you're saying I get no woman and I live with dreads, I don't see any upside there. Dreads would steal your woman. I don't think that any woman that liked me would ever also like or respect dreads. What if dreads is always around? Like while we're making love and stuff? That would be tough. It'd be hard to maintain an erection.
I have but little time.
What if the woman bounces when she beats you in Genshin? Then I would forfeit many games. Something about a bouncing beautiful woman that I find appealing. There's something about a bouncing hairy galoot playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds that I find detestable. Good questions, though. Very good questions. I mean, he may be trying to set up the old, you know, Deathwing lethal or whatever. I have to keep playing as though he's gonna try. Dreads could help your erection. Maybe if he had the appropriate pills and was able to supply me with them. Isn't Watch You Have Sex, but he is one of those schoolyard underground voice tunnel tubes that goes between the rooms, and he can talk through while it happens. Huh. And I'm sorry, what exactly is being discussed here?
Well played.
Go and join in a club that would have me as a member. That's tough. That's a tough beat.
To the Lich King. All life must end.
Okay. They probably left and then came back and saw that they weren't dead and they're like, oh, fuck it, I wanted to start a new game, and then decided to concede. The old pretend to be AFK so you can soul stealer the board is a classic strategy. That's like
I make my own book. You ask.
that's like the Redbeard special. I don't need both cold cases, but I like keeping one. Babbling book's kind of nice. Hello, what's up, Viking? I hope you're doing well.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Yeah, if he's using his dagger a lot, it actually could be good. It's not the card you really want to see, but maybe it's the card we deserve.
So fun.
I remember a time a shaman player in a tournament had a horrible hand, and he pretended to be AFK for 4 turns. You guys may not remember, but Team America played in some of the, you know, the big tournaments in South America, right?
Spells are fun.
Didn't you go to South America and like 9 years later they reimbursed you for like the cost of the ticket or something?
Sing along.
You were saying something about that once. That's crazy. PJ used to be good. PJ's still good.
Spells are fun. So fun.
I have some follow-up questions about that. Nice shadow spell. This is the second time in 3 games in this run that we've had rune forging in our hand. I got reimbursed for the visa. I had to buy like 4 years later. The trip was free. Wait, why was the trip free? Did you hang out with other people from the Hearthstone like community or no? Did everybody hang out? How did that work? I may have asked you some questions about this. I have some other ones now because I'm curious. Plus, talking about things that aren't Hearthstone is very fun. How long were you there? Monsanto and Lee were who you hung out with the most. Oh, Lee was there too? Crazy. You qualified and Blizzard paid for it all. Gotcha, okay. It was a week. You were there for a week? How many people were there? Was it like 20 people? Or was it like 100 or was it like 8? Lee won it all. 16.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
It's a good card. I kind of want to go face. Is that dumb? Maybe that's dumb. I mean, if I just chip away, maybe we're okay. Why do you always have this spell, draw a weapon in hand, every time I come by your stream? Because I'm the unluckiest player that ever lived. Or because I don't always have it. They really babied us. I didn't have to speak a word of Spanish. Okay, I have so many questions. You were at like a hotel for a week? And they paid for it all? This is like the greatest thing. Did you... How much of that time were you actually playing Hearthstone every day? Like an hour or 2 a day, or like 8 hours a day? I can't help but feel like I would have got up to no good if I was around there.
Spells are fun. So fun.
And were you staying in a hotel and also playing in the hotel? Like, did they have like a conference room? The majority of the time you're all together? What do you mean you're all together? Like, did you guys ever go out on the town? Like, go out to like a bar? Or like a restaurant and like grab drinks or like food or something? Was it a city near the ocean? Good question. Guess what? Damn, Red. What am I doing? What did I do? Went to a restaurant for some lunches and every dinner. Were the like Hearthstone crew following you? Were you like free to go wherever you wanted? I was assuming you were. You're making it sound like they told you like where to be the whole time though.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Hearthstone board is full of rude things: clams, starfish, sex toys, and tubes. What's wrong with any of those things? Indentured servitude to Blizzard. No, I don't think that happened. Are you talking to PJ? Like he was in a concentration camp? I'm just asking him what the experience was like. I'm just asking follow-up questions based off of what he's told us. Could you imagine? I don't know, like, let's say, whatever. Arena was really popular, and we qualified, and like PJ and Dreads and Coles, then it makes no sense. I'm not sure if we could leave, but I can't speak Spanish, and they were responsible for us. So they didn't let us go far. What the heck? It's so weird. Are you gonna be at the Nuggets parade? I will not be at the Nuggets parade, but I was rooting for the Nuggets, so congrats to them. One day, some people went into the city because they weren't playing that day. Okay. Like going to a Hearthstone summer camp. Yeah, it's just weird. I can't imagine if I went and they were like, hey, you can't go somewhere or something. I'd be like, well, that's not true. I'm definitely going somewhere. Maybe over there. Maybe over there. I have to sneeze also. I feel better now. When was this? Yeah, I don't know how long ago that was. I'm not sure Blizzard knows Hearthstone Arena exists. Oh, they know. Oh, they know. I really like this if I draw objection first, so I have the option to play an objection and hit a 4 potentially. August 2018, it was the Boomsday launch. Oh wow, I thought it was even longer time period ago. I was already streaming by then. But I certainly wasn't super involved or attuned to the things around me.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
I don't want to play Objection now that he played Schooling. Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today is the present, and that's why it's a gift. You know what? I'd like a nice gift. Thanks again to Rudy, by the way, for the gifted subs. Speaking of gifts. What a guy. Hi. RIP Hearthstone Esports. Yeah, they seemingly have gone away from that. Man, I don't know. They just had so many viewers playing in the big tournaments. I can't imagine that wasn't lucrative. Seems crazy to me. I would never, ever make that trade. But I'm glad that he did. It helps me out a small amount. Did he play his fish? He's played his fish. That's good.
A thirst beyond death. A thirst beyond death.
So am I playing a 3 and a 3? I think I'd rather just play Rewind. Pick up Cold Case. Keep jamming Cold Cases. I mean, I'm at 32. I could just ping him every turn. Maybe. Just give me like 30 more turns. He might be dead.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
Okay, okay. I would have liked Objection. Certainly. Not ideal.
A thirst beyond death. Clings to me. A thirst beyond death.
I'm asleep for the next time. You're going to sleep, Rudy? Get some rest. Get some sleep. Let's see. I can draw some cards. I could play Objection now. It leaves me with 5 mana. It's probably okay. Really don't want Pyroblast in my hand. Volume Up draws 2 good spells, another good spell. Yeah, maybe. I'll copy the...
Audio processing.
I will copy the Deathborn. 24 life. He's almost dead when you think about it. 2 Pyros. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Hopefully he plays like a Orghast.
Can't be good.
Shit.
Want the plague? Gladly. What secrets does the cosmos hold?
What secrets does the cosmos hold? How many cards am I drawing here? I don't have enough mana to want to volume up here.
Routing sound.
Or, not mana, card space, hand space. Do you remember when Gangplank would trigger the Objection but not die? I don't. That was a thing? I remember when Tiny Toys summoned a 2/2 Gangplank that spawned as a 6/4 with immune. Mage's the best class in Arena right now. Statistically, Shaman is the best, I think. Mage is the second best, but I think Mage is much better than Shaman right now. But for the average player, for the average deck, apparently, that is not 100% the case. Mage is clearly the best and it's harder to play. Yeah. I think Shaman, the win rate gets carried by like a deck that has APAC the house or, you know, a convincing disguise that goes off and then you just win. This guy's getting prison effed. Oh, yeah. Got 15 armor, I do. I don't like this. It's pretty nice. What happened to my 2 Deathborns? What did I copy? And have I just lost the game? I think so. Certainly possible here. You can't get rid of anything. I can hit. So we high rolled here, here. That's not good. Maybe it was worth it to,
You're extinct.
shoot that and go base. A lot of burn. Like, nah, the hell, he just went from 0 power to that with 2 cards. You know, I'd be wondering about that myself. Unfortunate. A lot of the times people get nothing. I miss the old days. Yeah, hopefully we go back to something a little, something a little more, I don't know what the word is. F the old days. I'd like, an improvement on what we have. That's constructed. I mean, I don't mind quote-unquote constructed. What I mind is all the purchased accounts. I mean, 2 turns ago, I had the entire board, and now like I could just die, and I don't love that. Could do something with Deathborn and like Cold Case here, but then if you leave up the 6, he gets a 7 drop here. He evolves this into a 7. It's not like Cold Case Deathborn is going away. Although it doesn't look very good here, to be honest. Could ping 1 and get 3? Let's just do this. I guess I could play this one to it and get 4. I like a 1-week meta with no card generation or discover. I think those metas in general are bad these days. There's a sweet spot, I think, and it probably involves a lot of the sets from like the last 2 or 3 years that aren't the sets from the last 2 or 3 rotations or whatever. I don't know if we'll ever necessarily get that, but as I've been saying for a long time, my opinion, I don't think, I just don't think the sets, and I don't think anything's like really well calibrated for a limited experience currently. A lot of the cards, they just don't make any sense. Like, nothing makes sense lately, it feels like to me. The cards just destroy the whole board, summon a board. Could fireball that, but I really don't want to. I might want to fireball his face, right? No more meta. 4 oldest sets in Arena. You get that meta in November. It's called Dual Class Arena. No discover. No nothing. I'm over here trying to fireball his face, and he doesn't seem to want to let me. 3, so I'm sure that's a hex. I'm sure it's a hex. Because I have a 10 mana 8/4 volume up portal. I don't see a ton of value there. Wait, did he take the card that drew him a card? This Deathborn doesn't look very good. Fireball ping. Turn kind of sucks, huh? It's 2/1/1 fish in his hand. Let's start here and see if they give me like star power or something. This takes away my ability to ping. Send your bird to the face. It's check to checkmate. Well, considering he's just healed like 9 turns in a row, I don't love it. What is that? 6, 11, 12. He's at 13. So what do? I fireball his face and ping. He takes 6, 7, and then 5, 6. I guess that could work, but I have to just fireball ping. It's worth a try. I'm not sure if it's better than just like killing that and taking this to fatigue, right? He's only got 3 cards left. Maybe he's just dead though. Maybe he has to trade and sets up a better Deathborn for us. I won't let you down. Okay, well there you go. Red, can you play a Led Zeppelin song? Yeah, a specific one, or can I pick one? Why Fireball over Fireland's last turn? Probably because... wanted to get screwed by this and then die to a top deck Bloodlust. Could be why. Maybe I just Ice Barrier ping then. Punished? A little bit, yeah. You could say that, huh? I was literally thinking of that card. This is the first time I think I've seen it cast. Okay, he can't get a minion? Oh no, he can. He can evolve and get a minion. Happened to me for the first time. Do you think people are like coming around to that card? Alright, let's not misclick. Alright, the lesson is A, play better. B, always trust in Chef Shama. The cards make perfect sense, right up to the point where they discover another card that does whatever you need or want. Never, but well, sometimes you get punished, though. Redbird said my name, oh yeah! What have you been up to, Chef? What's going on in your life? You know, what fills the hole, the gaping hole of, Hearthstone Arena? I think I saw you were playing some Valorant. We play some Zepp? Oh yeah, let's pick one Zeppelin song. How about... Alright, here you go.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Please, whole lot of love. Too basic.
Spells are fun.
Let's say my man's name. What's up, Mama John? Good to see you both. This might not be Jad's favorite, now that I think about it. I've been educating myself a lot. Learning about neurology, neuroscience behind gaming, habits, financial investing, and fatherhood. Been some of the focuses. Wow, that sounds way better than me.
Need a drum?
I've been watching a lot of them pornographos lately. Watching a lot of them dirty pornographos. That card's stressing me out. I hope it has to trade. How gamers read after the stream. No, I've never actually seen one of those. Don't really see the appeal. Evolving it? Oh, he's healing it. Oh, and he's taunting. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's kind of bad. This is why Chef Shaba isn't allowed in here. What? He just said he was doing all these good things. And I just told, you know, he doesn't want to watch those. He's in love. The rest of us, we just, you know, we got nothing better to do. We just finished making one of those pornographos. Oh, come on, are you gonna get yourself in trouble? Okay, maybe he shouldn't be allowed here. And let me just be the first to say congratulations and yeah. Yeah. Are you guys going to TwitchCon? Whatever the hell year is coming up? Do I need to fireball here? I don't want to fireball nothing here. I'll ping this one if I hit it. No hit. I like more of these. Kind of taking damage here. The jellyfish could be good, but you might just play like 2 small minions, and then I don't really want a jellyfish, right? Well, I guess it doesn't really match up well with this card. Who knows, these days Twitch doesn't feel the same. In what way? To me, Twitch still feels the same. Although I will say at the last TwitchCon, I felt very old. There were so many young people running around half naked, and I just wanted to eat tacos pretty much the whole time. And that's pretty much what I did. That was one of my main focuses.
Beyond your comprehension.
I mean, it doesn't really do me any good to have 2 of those. It's even more like a space for gamers. I feel like a lot more drama surrounds the website. Oh, I feel like it's always been there. It's just about like how much you want to pay attention to it, I feel. Twitch is always like causing a ruckus, causing a stir. But that being said, like, I spend such a small amount of time at the convention. I just go to hang out with people who are, you know, who are in town, basically. I have an objection. I can bump that and Blizzard. I need to Blizzard here. I guess I can Blizzard first. And then I have odds. I could trade first and not draw an objection. Bump the 1/1 last. Not sure if I want to trade. I don't really care that much about the 1/1. It might go back to me, right? Twitch needs another central game craze like Pokemon Go and Fortnite. Yeah, is that not Diablo right now? I don't know. Feels like, I don't really know how popular Diablo still is, but it felt like we're going gaga.
Time runs out on me.
Okay, you know what?
Do re murgle.
I'd like to go back and change my decision. Hearthstone has a lot of potential to dominate the TCG platform. I think they lost that opportunity. They had that. They had it, and then they lost it to partially Magic Arena, partially Legends of Runeterra, now partially to Marvel Snap. I think they all can do things better, but it's more than just doing things better. You have to have like the right IP and the right time, and now I feel like the market, because Hearthstone kind of like broke it, the market's kind of too diluted to have one central TCG that like kind of towers over everything else. Forced Magic to make like a real digital client. It forced it inspired and allowed things like Marvel Snap to exist. I'm sure. I want that off the board.
Do re murgle.
In life, in death.
Diablo was a flop. I watched a guy degen 14 boxes of Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings yesterday. Not a single numbered card, and it looked rough. Well, I think the odds of serially numbered cards in general is like 1 in 100 collector's packs. So, like, around that. If these are slightly less, common, you're going to need 10 or 20 boxes to see one. When does the Lord of the Rings set come out? I thought it wasn't out yet. I don't think Hearthstone is over that. I think they can revamp or re-release. I think if they made a Hearthstone 2, it would probably do really well if they implemented a lot of the things that people have been asking for a decade, basically. But I'm also not entirely sure they have a strong desire to release a Hearthstone 2. Considering it seems like it would have been a slam dunk for most of those 10 years. But I would have been in huge favor of that. It isn't yet out officially. Retail already got it. To have time to set it up, pre-orders, etc. Guy runs a card shop and he's addicted. Oh yeah, can you link the video? I'll watch it. Because I need to see, like, what I'm getting. I'm gonna be getting all these sick things, probably. Should I just be jamming this every turn? Just stock up on value? Well, I have a Firelands, and I have an Arcane Defenders. Guess I'll take a Fire Sale? I don't know. Usually value board presence over value this meta. Against 9 Shaman cards and a weapon that kills any board presence, I think I'll probably... And I have an Infinitize in my hand. I feel more inclined to keep it. Because nothing I can play will survive this. I notice sometimes stock up and I can't deal with Pack the House. Yeah. Yeah, Pack the House is dumb. That's a dumb one. Problem is, I guess I could pull an Arcane Defenders and it doesn't help me at all. Injection could be good now. I can draw an Infinitize. Maybe that's okay too. I just don't want to be drawing Firelands or Arcane Defenders, because that makes my Arcane Brilliance kind of useless. Even simple boards like this can't quite ever kill them. Yeah, it's tough for sure. It's a real damned if you do and damned if you don't kind of meta. Like sometimes whatever choice you make is wrong. People can just counter whatever you're doing pretty easily. There's just too many like answers and board clears that develop boards and 7 mana cards that develop 20 power with the minions and stuff. Hey Red, what's up, Mr. Tiberius? Alright, I've got a plan here. Yeah, I really need him to do that. That's okay, actually. Okay, it's gonna look a little funky. He saves me 8 health plus whatever he might do this turn, which Doesn't seem like, oh yeah, counterspell could be cool, but I think I'll go with a Vast Wisdom. That can be a counterspell and like a Frozen Touch, maybe. 2 hours of degen opening. Oh, this is his VOD. Wow, when does the set come out? What if he had opened the ring? Okay, I gotta, how do I favorite this? Alright, I can favorite this and watch it later. What happened? It has Wind Fury and Stealth, so that's very bad for me. Arcane Defenders is kind of useless for me. Wonder if I could ever just burn him out. Let's see if I can find like a freeze or something. Bolt maybe? Bolt? Solid Alibi. Shooting Star's okay. Let's just take Solid Alibi again. We'll go Solid Alibi. Cold Case maybe. I wonder if I should be pinging his face. Maybe. Face Barrier could be okay. None of these help me remove anything. Runes could be okay too, maybe. That might save me, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8 health maybe. Who knows? Yo, I know this guy D3. He was here before I got deported. What's up, Boogie? Welcome. What's the 2-mana legendary do? This thing? Lets me discover a spell every turn. And then it reduces its cost by 1. And if it's the last mana I spend, then I get it back. Interesting. Do you play any blood card in the water today? No, no blood card in the water today. I have 5, 8, 5, 8. Okay, let's see if I can find a little something here. Vast Wisdom. And Bolt. And Freeze. Let's take the Touch, I guess. Let's use that. And then what is he at? 8. So I can just kill him with 2 spells. So let's... I can deal 6. Let's ping one of these.
Time runs out on me.
And then try to kill him next turn if we're not dead here. Like, maybe that saves us through a Bloodlust or something.
I am the harvester of wrath.
Okay, good ping.
And why?
Oh, maybe I could have just yucked those 2 into his face. Oh, that's a totem. Holy shit. Did he miss lethal? I feel like he did. Ow. That's crazy. I would have been very frustrated if that had killed me.
We have plotted well. Now we roll.
I pre-ordered 10 collector's booster boxes. What's the address that I'm gonna send some to? Wait, did you really do that? Because that'd be good. I could use 9 of them. What's he dreads? Probably a dreads disciple. Ban emote so he feels bad. I don't want him to feel bad. He's probably mentally fatigued from us discovering every turn and the game lasting 100 hours. That was a dreads level play.
Jaina versus Madi!
Let the games begin.
You asked for.
What are the purchased accounts? This Reddit thing can probably do a better job of explaining than I can. But it probably, if you take it, it's a pretty... Oh, I don't know if you can check it right now. Basically, people buy accounts that are preloaded with gold and retire runs until they get like god drafts, and they're very cheap, only a couple bucks. Or people will just draft and draft and draft and then sell god drafts to like different players and streamers. And it sounds crazy, like it doesn't happen, but it's actually super, super common. I think it's a testament to just how many players there are in the game, that the overall percentage of players doing it is probably quite small, and the overall percentage of games you play is relatively quite large. But they'll stream it. Some streamers on different like Chinese platforms will actually stream themselves playing these purchased decks, and apparently you can get them for as cheap as like 21 cents or something like that. Cheaper than the cost of an actual arena entry. So you got that going for you. I already got a text from my bank asking if I authorized a $4,000 transaction. Did you? Do you? It feels so weird playing this card and not having to think about them getting one. I feel like the suspicious cards have skewed my perception of like discovering cards. Do I have a way to break that? The last deck did, didn't it? I'm getting clapped by a 21-cent deck? Probably. So if your opponents, if you go through your, like, I don't know if you run it, but if your opponent's names look like this, you know, things like that, then they're almost certainly like purchased accounts, which, yes, have a drastic advantage over you or I. If I had the money, I would buy the Lord of the Rings case and sit on it. Imagine if the ring isn't pulled in 2 years. Oh, for sure. The longer it goes without being pulled, the more valuable those will be. For sure. And it's actually kind of crazy because they'll probably be worth a lot less once the ring is pulled, even though there will still be a ton of value in them. Have you thought about buying a deck to try it out? I have thought about it. I think it's against the TOS, but I have thought if they don't like address the problem going forward, that while I would never break the TOS, I have thought about, you know, like what would it be like to have like not an advantage, but like an even playing field more often again. And I think that actually sounds quite appealing. There's no way they're giving the ring in a normal pack. It has to do with a connection. I'll believe it when it happens. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're going to be in collector's boosters. That would be, I think that would be, for them, pretty detrimental for the company to come out if it ever got confirmed that it was a scandal. Like that they rigged it. Like, they're not, like, who cares if they get $1 million card? They're the ones printing it. Like, they could print whatever, they could print 2 of them and make as much money as they want, you know what I mean? But nobody would probably, like, tons of people would never buy anything ever again. If that ever came out. There's already a 2 million bounty offered. I saw somebody offered $1 million for it. Like, when it's pulled or whatever. Which just tells me, for sure, it's worth way more than $1 million. Whoever pulls the ring could never announce it? That's possible, yeah. You know, it's possible some kid buys a pack, puts it in his pocket, and puts it in the washing machine or whatever. Definitely possible. Why do I have such a small amount of mana? Easy $100 million card. I don't know about 100 million, but who knows? See, the Stanley Cup, we couldn't win this year, unfortunately. I'm so glad Toronto didn't win. It's better. The league is better with Toronto not winning the Stanley Cup, because then everybody else gets to be a whole heck of a lot less annoyed, you know what I mean? So that's good. If it's anybody who's wondering, I am Austin Matthews from Toronto Maple Leaf D. Here. Gibberish. Boogie. Doesn't do anything this turn. I guess what I can do, as funny as it looks, is something like this. Hit again. Every Midwestern mom is holding a Stanley Cup this summer. I don't understand that reference. The irony is whoever gets it will get the curse of everyone wanting their head. Literally never going to people. People not asking for it. I was explaining it to Tasney the other day, you know, and she's like, why would it be $1 million? I was explaining it all, and she's like, well, what would you do if you got it? Would you sell it? And I thought to myself, if I opened it on stream, I really wouldn't have much of a choice. You'd kind of have to sell it. Somebody would for sure come in and kill you or take it from you. Even though, I don't know, wouldn't that just happen? I would definitely have to sell it. And then I'd have to take the money and like put it, I mean $1 million or whatever, I put it in a bank and not have access to it. People would come and kill me. The Soul Ring is already sold? Hold on, I can't read all that right now. Can you just give me a synopsis, like a brief summary of that one? Let's trade here, hit anything. Sure. Let's trade here. Hit anything. We did not. Did not hit anything. Alright, maybe I get like a high value spell.
processing.
It's like winning the lottery, all your family will contact you again. Well, I don't have a ton of extended family. And my immediate family I talk to on a fairly regular basis. Apparently we have extended family, like one of my cousins who I probably haven't seen in 30 years, if that. Like apparently she's married to a guy who's like, relatively speaking, very rich. I asked my mom, how come, you know, how come nobody ever like sends me over there or nobody ever introduced me to them? I gotta work for them. Old middle school and high school friends? Yeah, maybe, who knows? Twitter, thank you. Here we go. Oh, cool. Wow, so yeah, the serially numbered one of 700. That's a cool looking card, man. Lord of the Rings MTG set release, because I still haven't picked up exactly when this releases. June 23rd. Oh, I didn't realize it was so soon. They're numbered soul rings, 300, 700, 900. Yeah, I knew about those. The rings of men, elves, and dwarves or whatever, which is just cool. As a Lord of the Rings nerd, that's just cool. I feel like the flavor of the set is just... Huh? Flavor of the set is just brilliant, you know? Art's amazing, yeah. Apparently it's $500 for a case of these cards. I think it's $500 for a singular box of the collector's edition. All the really cool stuff is only in the collector's boosters. I don't know about like cases of like draft or set boosters, but like one booster box of the collector's packs, I think were like they normally retail at like $270 or something like that for the normal sets. Something like that. I'm not an expert, but I like to just go and buy like a couple collector's packs here and there. And this is Ice Barrier? That's what this is?
So fun.
Should I invest $500 in a box? I mean, if nobody pulls like the chase cards, like the one ring, like 5 years from now, they'll be worth more than that for sure. I don't know if it'll be like... I'm sure like with anything like this, you could probably invest $500 into an actual stock and have it be a much better investment, you know, but I like it because I don't really care. I mean, like, yeah, opening, like, buying a lottery ticket and winning $1 million sounds awesome, but I just like, I want some of the other cards, just like the $10 cards. It will be cool to get. The dude said he paid $400 per box, pre-ordered and owns a card shop. I think the box is a better investment than stocks. Yeah, maybe. I'm never, you know, gonna, you know, tell people what to do with their money, but I'm sure you could invest $500 and have a better return in something else than a Pokemon card or a Magic the Gathering box or whatever. But I like those things, so I'd rather have them and get less of a return and have fun and have the memories and put them in my binders and so on and so forth. I'm back from Whataburger with some chicken tenders, some biscuit, and some gravy. Yum. Can I have some?
A thirst beyond.
Could be counterspell. Guess I can get the rewind countered. Go for my own infinitize.
It sings to me.
Till death do us part.
What is this hand? A tavern brawl. Imagine Redbeard pulling a numbered banger card. We did some Brothers War, and I think March of the Machine had serialized numbered cards as well. We never got one. We got some cool stuff though. What's better, chicken tenders or chicken wings? I'm gonna get in trouble, but probably chicken tenders. I'm not a big wing man.
You can have this hot apple pie.
That's a hot apple pie if I've ever seen one. I mean, I'll go out and eat a wing, but I like white meat, and I like not having to like, you know, definitely in trouble. Yeah, I understand. I do. Apparently those numbers also include all different language regions, German, Spanish, because the cards themselves are in Elvish, so it doesn't matter what region they're from. Oh, that's cool. Even more scarce, yeah. I wonder if there's any info on like how much stuff they're actually printing. Like, you'd have to have, like, you can't print more later, because the ring has to already be printed and the serially numbered cards and whatnot. The bounty is 2 million now. I'll pay 2.1 million. Raise the price of the bounty, okay?
We're not done with you yet.
I'll pay 2.1. Is this ice barrier? All I want to know is if I play the card, do I win? No. Even this info Wizard of the Coast gave is valuable about the region stuff, yeah. So one of those is minion based. That could be spell based. But I'm gonna go for it. Pretty sure it's another ice barrier. I mean, who knows? It's just discovered crap, right? But you either go for ice barrier or counterspell there, for sure. Are you having fun this run? I am. It's almost like when you're the one that gets to win a lot, then it's fun. But if you're the one that gets, you know, to lose a bunch, then it's not as fun, right? Got it from Rewind. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Let the hunt begin.
You asked
That I didn't pay attention to. You can order boneless wings, but aren't those just chicken tenders? I didn't realize the magic set was so soon. I guess, yeah. Like a week or so. Another cold case. So far I've watched 8 minutes of ads, 5 minutes of stream. Well, considering we play 30 seconds every 2 hours, you gotta stop going for so many chicken tendies. Park your keister down and start watching. My god. What the hell? It's freezing? Screeton's out here playing Freezing Trap? No? If it's zombies, it's kind of annoying. But if it's not zombies, this is just much better. Interesting numbers will be worth more. 1369, 420. Yeah, with sports cards, which they've been doing serially numbered cards for, you know, decades now. 2 decades, probably. Like if you got like a jersey number, like Kobe was like, you know, 8 or 24 or whatever. If like you had a Jordan serially numbered like 23 out of 100, those would usually sell for more. There's like more of a premium for that. Is that the overlay with the possible secrets? Yeah. Can you not see it? Oh. Oops. It was bugged when they did. Whenever a new set comes out, they kind of bug it. Sorry, I crop it out because it was bugging out. But yeah, sorry. It'll show up from now on, I think. It's not 100% accurate, though. It doesn't show the mini set secrets, as far as I know. Is that what it was? What was it? Oh, cat trick. Okay, so I can hit there, I can hit there. I guess I really want to hit there. I could play that. Just play another cold case. I guess what I can do is something like this. Like, no matter what, the 2/2 will die. Yeah, I cropped it out because it was bugging out for 2 days or something only. I watched the Air movie the other night. It was interesting and I recommend it. I really wish that would stop happening. I'll start here. I was gonna fire sale, but I just don't really care about taking 3. And here's the question, will I ever... Oh, I do have a dragon. Wow. It's pretty good. I have 1. Air was legit. Should check it out. There's a new Wes Anderson film coming out, I think in a week or 2. I think I'm gonna go back to the theater and sit down and watch it by myself.
sweet candle.
There goes my fire sale plan. Alright, give me both divine shields with that. This one has Tom Hanks, which is surprising. Oh, Tom Hanks is in it? I don't really like that. Maybe he's great though. That buffs this guy. Bit of a problem. Bit of a humongous problem. These cold cases are great. Hit and ping. Play this and ping. What if I ping there? Play this? Maybe I do that. Maybe I should have just shot it and killed them. Asteroid City? Yeah, that's it. It's on sale for the fire sale. Everything must go. I've heard about this gimmick before. Everything must go. Not some things, but rather everything. I hope I hit the baddie guest. Ice barrier's kind of nice. Oh. Tetris was a good film as well. I never saw. I remember Tetris, coming out and people talking about that too. Also forgot people could follow. Oh, a bunch of sevens. That doesn't count. Oh yeah.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
I was going for a cold case, ideally.
Spells are fun. So fun.
I'm gonna let him hit me because I think it's gonna gain me life. Gaia the Goddess. Gaia the Goddess. And then hopefully we can freeze it this turn. We're at 15. Hopefully it doesn't have a collateral damage. As always, we're kind of hoping that people don't top deck that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 15. And I have Objection in my deck. Let's play that. Let's play that. Let's do this. It's actually really good. Is it possible to survive a collateral? Could take 3, 7. If it hits this side of the board only, then collateral doesn't kill us, actually. WWDD, what would Dreads do? Judge would probably, I don't know, top deck lethal or something. Alright, hard fought. Oh, we got there.
I'll take you with me.
Spells are fun. So fun.
GG, I did my best. Is Hearthstone always right? If not, what should I do to improve my pick? Is Hearth Arena always right? What should I do to improve my pick? I don't think it's always right, but I do think it's pretty right pretty often. I would say what you want to do is just think critically about what it's offering you and why. I would reference the HS replay data to see if there are any discrepancies with things you disagree with. And I would say sometimes your playing style might lend itself to like wanting a cold case more than a fireball, or a fireball more than a cold case. And the program's gonna prioritize one over the other, but you might play in a way where one card is more valuable to you. So anytime you have kind of like a discrepancy or you disagree with what it's suggesting, I would pay special attention to those cards and see if maybe like you have a personal bias, or see if maybe you can improve upon what it offers you. Think about how you can use those type of cards differently, or how you could have used them in the spots during your run when you have one over the other, and be like, oh, I played this out in such a way that fireball would have been much better than cold case, or hey, my opponent's still at 30 and I have all these powerful 10 drops, but I'm stuck fireballing at 3/3 or something. Maybe I should have had more mid-game value minion spells. You know what I mean? So it's there's never really a simplistic answer, which is I think why Arena sometimes doesn't have the appeal, the mass appeal, because it's very difficult. There's a lot of variability and moving parts and strategy, and one of the reasons why it can be very, very difficult. But yeah, you think about all those things, you can definitely improve. I do think there's nobody there are no players that cannot improve in Hearthstone Arena. I am going to just spruce up my drinky poo, and then I think we should, this queue should be long. It's probably not going to be long, to be honest. You queuing to people like Redbeard, that is a problem.
Jaina versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for.
Sort of here, but give me a second. No secrets, no secrets. It's a pretty good draw. Well, is it actually? That's a good card.
Sparkle.
Initializing descent.
Do Re Murgle. Sparkle.
Sorry, I wanted my objection. I'm hoping to get the trade anyway.
Initializing descent.
How do I spend 3 mana 4/3? Sometimes people just try to smooth out their curve and play like a 3 mana 4/6 or something. Sometimes people have an insane deck in Arena, yeah. Best I can do is 6 or 7. 6 or 7 is still pretty good. I'm happy when any deck makes it to those totals, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I guess I could do better than Cold Case, potentially. Frozen Touch, and then I guess I do want this. Maybe I just want this. Another Cold Case.
Audio
Yeah.
processing.
Like Arcane Defenders, Firelands Portals, A, we might not draw them, and B, they're very expensive. Sometimes they can get kind of caught in your hand. Snapdragon. We can play a 2 and a 3. So let's do a 3 and a 2. I'm gonna play it on the 2/3 because he's probably more inclined to free kill that one. He's probably gonna try to keep the 4/3 alive and make me trade it off. Solo Motion, what's up, dude? Played against a constructed armor druid, yeah. It happens. One of the good and bad things about Arena is you just have to face these really powerful decks really consistently these days. And oftentimes, maybe not often, but a lot of the time, it just kind of feels like there's nothing you can do. Is one of the buffed minions? Is that right? Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I don't want to ping, huh? And I guess I want to shoot first. And I hope to get lucky here. Didn't get lucky, but we did get was unlucky. Blizzard? Yeah, Blizzard's an okay card. Buys us some time at the very least, if we need it. Still trying to your best to reach your first 12 wins, man. We used to get like 5 to 7 12-win runs per week. These days, it's tough to get like a single run to 12. Is a set booster the way to go if I want cards from the Lord of the Rings set? I only want the lands or whatever. Sorry, I didn't read that correctly. I don't want the lands or whatever from the other sets. They're the same. So if you get the draft booster or the set booster, you're only gonna get cards from that set. What they mean by set booster is like you can get more rares and you can get like more foils, so they're slightly more expensive. But the draft boosters, will probably be your best bet if you want the cards from that set, but you want to get them the cheapest. But you can't get any like special arts or like serially numbered cards. Those I think are only in the collectors, and sometimes they'll seed certain things in the set boosters, I believe. But it's the draft boosters only have cards from that set as well. They're just designed to be drafted, which is why they call them that, and played in a limited game mode. This hand, yeah, our opponent's hand, it does look nigh unbeatable. I'm gonna try my best. The serial cards are only in the collector's booster, yeah. And the collector's boosters are like typically like $30 for one. Whereas a draft booster is like $4 and a set booster is like 5 or 6 depending, I think. Thankfully we can freeze him for a week. We do have 2 blizzards. I want to hit him in the face though is the problem. But you know. I can just start chucking these face. Hit this stuff too, maybe? I don't know. So I could have shot one of them, and you know, I don't really have a way to kill that now.
Accidents, they happen, you know?
We're just not really going to be able to burn him down, I don't think. Everybody just... You always get the heal, right? Like... We'll try. We could kill him next turn if he doesn't, though. 6, 9, 10. Okay. Maybe he's dead? Okay, sometimes they don't get the heal. Maybe even a real person. What is this?
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
40 on Amazon, $4.50 for a box of 12. Yeah, eBay's got them for cheaper. I wouldn't buy off of Amazon in general for trading cards. eBay's kind of a better deal. A little more security. Plus, usually better prices anyway. But also with eBay, it's kind of like if you get scammed, eBay will have your back. Amazon, it's like a more, you're much more likely to get scammed, and they don't have, I don't think, the buyer's back as well.
Cast a spell. I want to cast a spell.
I'll keep it. Amazon is sketchy for cards, yeah. People will sell fakes. eBay too, but you can usually tell. But like if you're ever getting, like if everybody's selling it for $400 and somebody's selling it to you for $200, 99% of the time they are fake or someone's scamming you. They're gonna, you know, there's some sort of nefarious behavior afoot. I post on the Pokemon subreddit, TCG subreddit, and everybody's like, oh my god, like, is this a good deal? It's like, it's incredibly fake card for way less than it's, you know, the legitimate one would be worth. It's like, just please don't buy that. Is matchmaking always the exact same opponents? No, these days it's like a range, plus or minus like 1 or 2 wins and 1 or 2 losses. These days, honestly, oh my god, why did I just play that? These days, it was, these days, it's probably much likelier to be like, a truer... Honestly, I don't even hate this that much. Probably blue's coin, and then losing 1/3 of the fish is actually kind of valuable. What would I have done? Like, cycle fire sale and skip my turn? That's pretty bad. He could have played a 4 or 2 or 3, but what was I saying? I can't remember. He's definitely schooling again, maybe. I'm just trying to buy time. I need to discover Infinitize. I really don't think this is an 8-win quality mage deck. If you had, you know, 2 cosmic keyboards in this deck too, I think you could always just play a keyboard and then cheese the game. But we don't have them in our deck. Talking about matchmaking. Oh yeah, with how many purchase accounts there are, I feel like you never wait for a match anymore. You used to wait for a match all the time. Now you never wait. So I think it's far more likely that you're playing against somebody with the exact same record as you. But the caveat being, they're also probably cheating. It doesn't really make it that great for you. There's a lot of people that are. I could go for the 50-50. Yeah, I mean, if it kills it, cool. If not, and I get this trade, and that's kind of nice too. I like looking for Pokemon games with dead batteries. It can be way cheaper, and they're easy to fix. Oh yeah? Cool. I have a Sapphire that works. I don't know if it works. I have a Sapphire in the box, though. Apparently that's worth something. The box is a little smushed, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not sealed. I played the heck out of it when I was a kid. Where's my fire sale? I got rid of my fire sale? I was ahead on board. I didn't want it. It's a play. Looks like a fun deck. Yeah, this has been fun. You need good decks. If you go through our opponents, we won, but if you look, you're not seeing a jumble of characters, right? Maybe XLPT, maybe. But like, much... On EU, I found we've played against much more often. We have played against what seem to be legitimate players, and the results have been much better. So... that's kind of cool. I agree, Red. It looks like fun. Yeah, it's been cool. Like, a deck like this can go 5-3 and still be fun when, again, you're not playing against these advantageous accounts all the time. Well, I guess that worked out for him. I'm out here just hoping to hit a goddamn 3-2. Skellies are like Migo Face. Yeah, worst hits, but what can you do? At least we killed a fish. I'm getting into fixing and modding Game Boys lately. I just modded an SP to have a USB-C charging and a modern LCD screen. That's crazy. How do you do that? That's awesome. I guess you like take them apart, put them together. I don't know anything. I'm not very handy. You may be surprised to find I'm not like the handiest man. The thought of like taking a Game Boy apart, like, forget it. With a soldering iron or a soldering iron. Is that different than a soldering iron? I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know. Not all gamers are handy, no. No, not all of them. Nope, sir. Thank you for the follow. Fire sale seems reasonable. Take another fire sale. It could be reasonable. If he low rolls a pack, it can be a little better, right? Or it's killing off a couple 6-mana 4/4s maybe. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Ha ha. So what if I had that? It still wouldn't have been very good this turn. It would have been good next turn, though. I kind of need this to kill this. I mean, we're probably just dead. Pack is a dumb card, right? It's the same thing, and some people pronounce it as a soldering. Oh, okay. I like how they put tradable on many cards now that are situational and cost a lot. Yeah, I think tradable is a great mechanic, one of the best mechanics in the game. I could get Fire Sale this turn off the top, and then Fire Sale Deathborn would be really good. I did not. It's funny, if it was actually one more attack, it would actually help me out. Could get a taunt, could get a rush. Could get nothing. Could get Babbling Book into a freeze. Could get a Singer into an Ice Barrier, which might buy me a little bit of time. Yeah, I think tradable is a great mechanic. There was that 10 mana Discover 2 Dragons spell that had tradable, and I thought that card should have been like Discover 2 Dragons that cost like 8 or less or something. Like, they're always so close to making cool cards. Like, a card like that was really cool. Pack the House is too strong? Yeah, Pack the House is poorly designed. It's lazy. It's stupid. It should be banned. It shouldn't be discovered. You shouldn't even have to ban that card, because it's just a card that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's clearly implemented by a design team that's lost track of like what makes card games good. And in order to like design good cards, you need to calibrate like what 1 mana can do for you. So if like 5 mana discovers or can summon a 5/5 or a 5/4 or a 5/6 or a 4/7 or whatever, like you have a range of kind of like what a card can do.
Hey Redak, I love your late night streams, Cuore Rosso.
And then you can make cards based off of that, which is what they did for the first 6 or 8 years of the game's existence. But when a 7-cost card can discover 20 mana worth of minions, it skews what a 7-cost card can be. Then it doesn't make sense to play a Stormwind champion ever. You make a bunch of cards obsolete, and you also have these like boom and bust kind of experiences where You know, one player has everything and the other player, none of the cards that exist can do anything. So you have two choices: to stop making cards like that or ban that, or to print cards that can compete with that, which is sort of more the direction they've gone. And then you just have, you know, that's what like power creep is. You print like one stupid card, and instead of acknowledging it and addressing it, you print more stupid cards. And that's sort of modern Hearthstone in a lot of ways. Killer, thank you for the 100 bits. Though, that's not stupid. I think Cold Case is a fairy card. It makes too much for 4 mana, doesn't it? I think Cold Case is a very, very well-designed card in modern Hearthstone. 4 mana for 2/2/2s is too much. 4 mana for 4 armor and 2/2/2s is probably not good enough. 4 mana for 2/2/2s with an RNG-based effect that can do something good but nothing great is almost like perfect card in modern Hearthstone, I feel. Plus it synergizes with Kel'Thuzad and like those type of cards. You could maybe give it like 2 armor or 3 armor if you're like, whatever, this card is too good. The issue is that a lot of these cards aren't even played in Constructed, or they're not even good in Constructed if they are played. So that's where my discussion about like arena cards versus constructed cards always comes up. Like, it's really hard to make a good limited mode when none of the cards are calibrated for limited. You had me do the reading again. The solder pronunciation is actually older. The word is from French solder, but the L was put into the spelling on the basis of the Latin etymology related to solid, and eventually a lot of people started pronouncing the L. Interesting. I think it's cool how language evolves over time. I certainly do. Could take the curse cards. If you had a target, I'd kind of rip it here, right? Cold Case is a solid card, but in Arena maybe too strong. I just feel like it's right on the border. But there's so many cards that are over the border now. Frozen Touch, Collateral, all the Wild Seed cards, Anima, Pack the House. And you look at all those cards, and it's like Cold Case isn't as good as any of those cards. So how could Cold Case be the problem, right? You know what I mean? And maybe that, you know, that's just my opinion, but that's how it feels to me. I could name, in my opinion, 30 cards. Harmonic Pop, the Priest Location, Identity Theft. Like, I would take all of those over Cold Case. Keyboard's a stronger card than Cold Case. Cold Case is just good and not even close to overpowered, yeah. It's just a discussion, right? But to me, I've talked about that a lot. I think Cold Case is just so close to like a perfectly designed modern Hearthstone card.
You asked for it.
Right? Like you make Tear like 3 mana, it probably becomes too good. You make it 5 mana, it's probably unplayable. At 4 mana, it's just like an average card. It's like sometimes it's hard to get the numbers to line up perfectly. Malo. Yeah, that's a good song. Frozen Touch is annoying, yeah. And honestly, again, I always discuss the cards from an arena perspective, and a lot of us do too. If you're here watching this stream, you probably, you know, prioritize arena. And the cards just they're not developed or designed that way. But man, I've done my daily quests and stuff, and I've gone to Legend a couple times in the last, you know, 6 or 7 months for the first time in a long time. And Frozen Touch was annoying as shit in Constructed. And I played some sort of spell mage deck and wasn't playing in the bronze chicken ranks, and my game plan was just like Frozen Touch, Frozen Touch, Frozen Touch, Frozen Touch. Like, it was still quite problematic, I thought, in that game mode. I did not like its design from a constructed standpoint either. Instrument Tech has a higher win rate than... What card? Sorry. And what is Instrument Tech? I say that whenever this song's on. Old Soul. Yeah, this one's good. What's the other one? Malo. Just another Malo track. And Cold Case. I'm trying to not have these live in perpetuity. The 2 mana 1/2 draw a weapon. Draw a Cosmic Keyboard. Yeah, I take that card quite highly in This Healing Totem is annoying as shit. Alright. I hate the Healing Totem.
You
So fun.
John, keyboard is OP. It's probably an auto pick if you have a keyboard. Yeah, I could see that. Keyboard is 2 mana for like a 14/14 worth of stats. Kind of like at its worst, it feels like. Okay, at its worst, it's like you play like a 2, a 3, and a 4 or something. It's like 2 mana for an 8/8 or a 9/9. I have 6 mana now. I can play that, but this stupid healing totem is kind of screwing me.
You want to cast a spell? I want to.
Oh, but speaking of cards that are way more problematic than Gold Case or a ton of other cards, this stupid thing. That the Hound, the Hound with Rush and Lifesteal, I hate that card. Yeah, I can Fire Lands that. Wow, is he double trading into my little shitter? That's fine.
I can be very persuasive.
I don't understand why it has Wind Fury. They teased some standard balance changes. Play Hearthstone Twitter, and I believe that the card that the 1 mana gain 3 attack is actually getting nerfed, I think.
They softly tolerate me.
I believe that card's actually getting nerfed because of this weapon. It's like really easy to deal like 15 or 20 damage for like out of nowhere with like just a few cards. Is Hound a poorly designed card or just overstated? I mean, it can be a poorly designed card because it's overstated. Cleave cards probably shouldn't have Rush. Right? You look at the first Cleave card that got designed was Cave Hydra. It wasn't a very good card, but it was a card that like when you invested effort and energy, you could make it better kind of card. I think that's far more interesting than a card like Shadehound or I don't want those. I want to do better. Healing Totem is just absolutely farming me. Like you could make it 7 mana, you could make it like, you know, at 2/7 or something. Like I think you can change the numbers to not be as egregious. But what I think it's the design that's like poorly implemented with a card like that. Oh, there's a card I needed. That's a card I needed last turn. I'm probably dead right now. 21 million. Oh, that's kind of nice. What's bad about, in my opinion, that card.
Hands off my dice.
Could happen. What's bad about the card's design, in my opinion, is like it really, especially in Arena, negates your ability to take a low value tempo deck and have success with it because it just gets hard countered. And like there's no way you can kill them by turn 6 most of the time. And there's also no way you can come back from the 9 or 12 or 15 lifesteal that it provides while destroying your board. So in those regards, I do think it is poorly designed, but in a different way than a card like Frozen Touch or Collateral Damage or some of these other cards are poorly designed in my opinion. Different, but they can both be poorly designed, right? I don't know if we're alive, I'm assuming I'm dead. Like the Scourge? What the fuck? Or his dudes die the whole game, you struggle to kill them, and then he drops a Marrow turd. Yeah, Marrowgar and Scourge I think are oppressive and poorly designed. And again, it may sound like every card that's good, I'm just saying is poorly designed. I don't think that's true. I just think Hearthstone's really kind of jumped the shark with a lot of the design philosophy. Like, even that being said, like Marrowgar I think is a better designed card than like Scourge or Frozen Touch or whatever. At least it requires you to have Denathrius is close to a well-designed card. Like nerfed Denathrius is a well-designed card, I think. Pre-nerfed Denathrius, I thought was close. I like that card. You have to have it in your hand. It's big and it's expensive, so you won't be able to cast it before you can die some of the time. And it doesn't always do what you want. It needed like lower base damage or whatever. Just take away the base damage. Like don't start it at 5, start it at 1 or something. I think turn 8 double cold case was better than Accuser. Kill Fire Ellie. The game's over, so none of the plays matter. Whether one's better or not, it doesn't matter. The game's not winnable from that position. So you can go through it and like worry about making the optimal play in a game you can't win, or you can just move on to the next one, which is what I opt for when I stream, because otherwise you're gonna never play the game again. Like if you list your other 8 favorite streamers, there's a reason most of them don't stream every day. Hearthstone streamers or Arena streamers. It's not always to do with them having a ton to do outside of streaming. A lot of it has to do with the game is very frustrating. Yeah, if your opponent plays an 8 mana 28/20, a 6 mana, you know, deal 12, destroy any minion you play for the rest of the game, you don't really have to sweat too much, would be my advice, unless you want to. But I don't imagine if you are doing that, you're playing 5, 6, 7 hours straight every day. You should take days off? Yeah. I'm gonna take some time off. My thing is, like, if I'm gonna take the time off, I want to have something sort of specific that I can do. And, you know, I'm not dating anybody anymore. Or maybe, you know, you could take some time off and find someone to date, but... I'll just throw it base. Yeah, I like streaming, even though Hearthstone can be frustrating. I like streaming. Those both go face? Because that's not what I wanted. Let's play the Slippery Dingus. Go to a music festival. Yeah. I think I'm gonna head back to LA for a little bit in the beginning of August. I have company coming over the end of July, so I think I'll try to push through and try to work up until then.
That's not a valid target.
Maybe you wanted it to go base? Yeah, that's true, it's possible. You know, shooting star on this board could be really good. Guess I could ping there. There's a world where maybe you're like, you know, shooting star. Who knows? You can always use Tinder. Yeah, I could. I'm not sure that I would want to do that, but I could. Well, there goes the plan of, there goes the plan of killing this thing. So you could trade, it can go into the 3/1. I can continue ignoring the 3/1. Problem is I don't have any of the other burn in my hand right now. I found Sunny's real job. Wow, it's intense. It's an intense job. Darn it. So what gives us the best chance to win? Probably not Deck of Wonders, even though I want to play it. Just kill that. It might be better and just like ignore this. Assume it doesn't die for a while. Can you give it Reborn again? What's happening here? I feel like I'm kind of screwed. This card's really strong. I mean, it has Reborn forever. Hopefully he swings into it. I don't think he will though. Fire Sale looks okay. Can't remove that 3/1. Cold Case? What about Fire Sale? Cold Case? What about, like, Babbling Book? Arcane Defenders, and maybe he has a hard time getting through it.
Leave bones, please.
Blightboard is killing it!
It's a pretty sick combo. Okay, what if I need to find Burn. Seems pretty good, but he has a bunch of, like, cheap shitters. Light Show's probably not good. I guess I just take Shooting Star. It's Shooting Star first. Shooting Star, just kind of dicey. Kind of need that. Could save some health if I use this. But then I can't cold case. Wait, I already have a shooting star.
What to do?
What if I shooting star? Then shooting star. Ice block, cold case, and runes.
Time runs out on me.
You could do something like that too. Try to find another fireball maybe. Maybe there's a play with double, might just be a little short. I'm gonna have a little time though. You never really know, right? And they might hit his face, right? The 2/2s could hit his face. I don't even know what the death rattles to summon the shitter guy. Face. Never lucky. Face. Never lucky. But I can shooting star here, right? And then clear the board? Or what's in here? Another one's in there. Oh, but he reborned it. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm 1 minion short. 1 minion short? 6? 9. I can't get a minion down.
What to do?
I feel like my brain can't process this, but there might be a way to do this, like to live. We're 2 damage off. 6, 9, 10. We're 6, 9, 10. We're 3 damage off, but 1 minion off. I think I have to fire sale. I don't know if I need to fire sale first or not. I honestly can't really tell. There's too many of those things. Wait, he has 10 power here?
Time runs out on me.
I can ping there, but then I can't ping his face. Oh, God. I have to get a minion on board. Alright, I don't know. Maybe objection's just better. If it was explosive, I would slam explosive there.
Time may pass, but the dream is eternal.
So very close. Again. So, I mean, solid alibi, maybe. Is that just my play? Objection was better? That's a stupid stance.
Stuck in the muck.
You have hindsight. I don't. Alibi in full face? Yeah, maybe.
A thirst beyond death. A thirst beyond death.
Hope that doesn't kill me. Not over yet. Alright, now it's over. He must be mad. Perhaps playing Fireball was better so he couldn't lifesteal? Yeah, there's an argument for that. We wanted another minion so we could infuse our Frozen Touch though. And if he had a lifesteal minion, he would have played it. So he could top deck one, but if he had had one at any point, he would have played one. You need enemies when you play Deck of Wonders. Lynn Dan, thank you for the follow, and thanks again to Killer KY for the 100 bits.
For Doomhammer.
You asked.
These are the games we're watching for. This is why we're watching. Sometimes it just feels like you want this card so they don't stereo totem you into oblivion. 10-win Shaman draft incoming. He played Sucker Runes. I played Sucker Runes. The thing about Objection there is like, Objection over Runes maybe gives you a slightly better chance to live, but doesn't help really doesn't help progress your chance to win by developing or doing anything proactively. And yeah, like it always looks better when your opponent plays a Ysera off the top, but if you play the Objection, they probably just play a 1-drop and then play their Ysera. And you're in the same spot, but you don't have you don't have any more outs. You haven't increased your amount of outs. We at least gave ourselves the opportunity to maybe draw some extra cards, maybe, you know, luck into some damage or whatever. I watched for the jokes. Okay, here's a joke for you. Wait, I haven't thought of anything yet. Give me some time. 4 mana. Baba Naga.
Turning tides.
What do I do? Fireball of Baba Naga? Cool. I know eating 2/3 of a schooling feels big. It's funny, but like, that's just a testament to how powerful schooling is, right? Because, you know, I guess he spent 3 mana. My 2-drop got eaten by 2 1-drops, and he still has another minion left. Just really don't want to play that. I guess I could play this. I'm so far from drawing, and playing this into the known schooling fish feels pretty bad. Rabbit is a saxophonist, not a drummer. He's not playing on the backbeat. I'm not playing on the backbeat.
Emory for the fun when no one else can see it.
Sometimes I can't even see it. Thank you so much, though, Killer. This looks nice, but it just doesn't line up well with the board right now. I got a joke for you. This worthless Dread sub I was gifted. No, that's worth a lot. But if you never watch him, then it's probably worth a little less. Wow, that's shit. Healing Totem. Actually, it's pretty good for us, all things considered.
The dark deed to divine death.
Still has the fish.
It sings to me.
I guess this will eat the fish. Hopefully. What does the Sunken Sweeper at the bottom do? Which Sunken Sweeper? What card are we talking here? There's a mech that puts a 3 mana 3/4 mech, I think it's called Sunken Sweeper, on the bottom of your deck, and then that adds 3 random mechs to your hand.
This shall be tolerated. Darkness beckons.
Thanks, that one, yeah. It hasn't been played this game, but if you're playing a game and someone else played it, then yeah, that's what it does. That's a good objection. It's a damn fine objection. Gives 3 minions? Yeah, 3 random mechs.
Don't you know who I am?
That was so good, yeah. We still have to avoid Pack the House this turn, as well as many other things, but objection would have been better. That turn, objection was a little better than the scrolls. That turn, that was the case. I have 2 very good, very hexable targets. Play those 2. Kind of want to have the option to chuck that face. If he can't deal with this board, this might be the thing that kills him. You're insane, Red. Yeah, he's insane. It's so good. At least you got an answer to the big boys. Yeah, I mean, if he packs here and doesn't roll a taunt, then we have probable lethal, which is always good. He has his own dragon, and he rolled a taunt, which is very bad for us. If he didn't roll the taunt, that would be great. Now we push nothing, and that stinks. But hey, what can you do? He's at 10 here, and we're looking at this. That's pretty solid. Grammar joke is too high level. Did you do a grammar joke in my Twitch chat?
Put your soul into it.
I don't have anything, is that right? I have no viable ping.
Stop lying.
But I really don't want to copy an ice barrier. Problem is, kind of like no matter what I draw here, I'm gonna probably have to play it. Like Firelands, Arcane. We could get his Tear from Reality. Maybe we can dump our hand and like hold like a Blizzard or something from a Tear, maybe. Every draw is good. Not ours. But we have a much lower quality deck than the average, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 win deck for sure. He might be dead on board.
Please tell me.
He doesn't roll a taunt again right now. I get tilted by Colossals. Hit swing cards in Standard. Imagine Arena. I love the Colossals. Very smart play. Very smart play to not die. This might kill them. He was fortunate to roll a taunt there, but
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
what can I rewind? Fireball. I can't cast it this turn. So I think I might as well just infinitize, because I can find something I can cast this turn that'll give me lethal. Well, maybe not lethal. What I can find is, well, how many other spells have I cast? Ice Barrier, Objection, Fireball, Firelands.
Time runs out on me.
Audio processing.
Maybe. And Barrier stops Bloodlust. I don't know if it stops double Bloodlust though. Overloaded? What if he yeah, maybe it's not possible. They know? Oh, they know.
Or there is little time.
I mean, they might not be able to clear enough of the board. I'm not sure if it's like a guarantee. Alright, we're gonna try to get one more win. One more win. No pressure. Just try our best. Hey, I played that guy earlier. Rhino. They gave us our first loss.
Jaina versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
At some point in the run we saw them. Congrats on your first ever 11 win run. I'm trying to get my first ever 12 win run. It would feel great. It really would. Yeah, I mean, all I need to do is discover Infinitize and then play out the rest of the game with Infinitize. Him again. This is a golden shaman portrait, so it's not the same as our last opponent. I'm gonna ditch it because I have some ones that would be a phenomenal draw. Would allow me to at least, you know, smooth out my curve a little bit. They're like 500 for a box, yeah. Yeah. Rewind. Not great for me.
Do-re Murgle. Smurgle.
Come on, man, I believe. I mean, we didn't have a particularly good draw. I think our deck is lower quality than, you know, a lot of like, you know, a lot of like, you know, 6, 7, 8 win decks. Getting here, it's been great. We'll try, but, you know, one of our losses was to a Pack the House. All this guy has to do is play one Pack the House. We probably can't beat it.
Please don't burst my bubble.
But until we see that, we can, yeah, we can believe. He has one fish? Where'd the other fish go? It killed my thing. Okay, let's do this.
Audio processing.
Playing the cold case and losing half the cold case to his 2-4 doesn't really help.
Perfect for the bed.
Okay, I kind of need those fire sales back though. Just throwing that out there. I think trading them was correct because without them we were kind of screwed, but now would be the time to get them back. I can fireball one, it doesn't help me a ton. I can double trade with a fire sale and get lucky and hit the 2-5, and then that does help me a ton. Did not get one. These unfortunately do not help. Alright, let's see if these can go into beneficial areas of the board. They did. Removing some power is cool. I mean, we might have to just set up the old fatigue, you know? 10 more turns and he's in fatigue.
Your end is nigh.
Okay. It's not that low. Just hit here. Trade there. Fire sale. Trade there. Hit there. Full clear board. Can trade and fireball the 6/6. I guess that means I could objection, but I'll never objection, right? This card could be very good. I guess I'd rather do that than play that. Potion Belt's decent. He's played few good cards, you think so? I feel like he has only played good cards outside of Bubbler. I think this card's very strong. It's a 3 mana, 3/2, draw 20 cards. Legend of Hearthstone was more like an RPG game. You had a world to collect cards in, do challenges, PvP, tournaments, gather stuff to customize your card backs. I think Genshin's mostly like that, right? There's a card game you can do that type of stuff. Alright, Fire Sale still looks pretty good. Really doesn't have that much power on the board right now. Didn't draw it. Like a 4/1. 4/1. Next turn I can play that and try. 4/1. I need deal 3. I need deal 3 or deadly. Okay, I need deal 3 or deadly. It's a little unfortunate. Not the best rolls there. What we wanted was to deal 3 and then win like a 1 and 3. Kill this. Oh well. Tough break this whole game. This whole game has not been, RNG has not been on our side.
One Sunday get you after I'm done.
He really has played a lot of crap. I still don't feel bad about trading the Fire Sales because we had to trade them to make a play in the first 3 turns of the game. But we did have about 10 turns where we could have hit either of them and it would have been good. We squeezed the Geist to fish for answers. Well, we fished for answers with the Discover, which is far more likely to have yielded answers, but we did not get them, unfortunately. But the comeback begins now. So we go, what, 3? 2? Get a Scourge next turn. OTK him with the Warlock Legendary. 6 of them. That could happen. We're still in. I'd say we're still in it, honestly. We're at 19. We have some cards, more mana. I don't know. I would say we're not favored, but I'd say we're in it. He didn't play a Pack the House here, which is always a plus. It's 2 4 5s, which match up, unfortunately, quite well to my the file we just rolled. I draw 3 cards. I could rewind and get a Cold Case, maybe. I think a Cold Case would be fine to pick up here. Potion Belt, but I don't trust it, man. What if I get double deadly? Problem is, I think only double deadly is good for us. It still has fish or no? Really, I don't see any fish left. From Manatide, that's from the thing. Alright, let's throw this and this down. Maybe it's worth it to save these type of things, but I'm gonna try to get a Defile by developing the board a bit here. I forgot he certainly had dredged that up a while ago.
Go with the flow.
Twitch is doing that thing where they won't load any new streams. What the heck? That's not good. I'm confused. He has 6 generated spells. I guess it's only a second poacher. It kind of felt like he had about 8 of them, but I guess he didn't really have 8 of them, huh? He's only 3 cards deeper in his deck. How's that possible? Hopefully he makes some trades. Master Sensei, thank you for the 14
Time
months.
flies when you get to spend it with a sexy. Sexy red-headed beam.
Time flies when you're spending with the sexy redheads. I'll agree with that. Gosh, can't really catch any breaks for a Defile, huh? It's okay. Man, okay, can I set up a Defile? I probably can. Need a 1 health minion. So I guess I need to hit one of those.
What to do?
Just listening to that. Firelands. I guess Firelands is like pretty likely.
I'm ready.
How've the runs been today? Pretty good. This is our best run. We had like a 5 or a 7 or something. We had like a 3. That was annoying. As long as he has 5 bioluminescences in his hand and no spells that do anything. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Maybe there's a world in which Defile still works. That doesn't seem likely though. Kills my guy for 2 mana. Also not great. Does kind of mean I have to clear every minion because any minion that sticks is worth like plus a million. God. God damn. That is... How many schoolings has he played? I think he's played about 6 of those too. Okay, Firelands. Okay. He draws out of my deck. I mean, I might be playing a Pack the House next turn. What I want is to draw out of his deck and then pass it back to him deeper into fatigue. I guess I'm never keeping Tony, huh? And then he plays the thing. Yeah. Maybe there's a maybe there's a Defile here for us. Tony's always gonna die, which means I draw out of my own deck, which I don't really love that. I'm just gonna there's no way I can do the math on this. I can't figure this out. Defile and whatnot. I guess it might just not matter. Like it might not be possible. 1, 2. Shit. Trade.
There's little time.
I can kill one. I can slap there. I just feel like I'm gonna die. Just die to like a burn spell. I don't think I really have a choice.
I'm ready.
I think I'm more likely to die if I try something else. No choice. Yeah, I think this is our best play. And we could, if we live, Famished Fool into some cold cases, maybe. We can gain a little more life. It's possible. What's up, Bowie? How are you, man? Fire Ellie plus something else can kill you? Yeah, well, you can't avoid taking that damage. That's only 6, but it is 6. You can't avoid taking the damage. You either leave this guy up and it hits you in the face for 3, or you kill it. And, you know, problem is 1 cold case only gains me 4, right? But 1 ice barrier could gain me more than that, maybe?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
4 taunts could be good. Shit. What if I played this? Trade and Defile. Arcane spells that could heal me. There's not really any, huh? I could get a Noyotron. A Noyotron and I'm alive? Theoretically.
Thirst beyond death.
Yeah, 1 HP is pretty good. Do you really need more than 1?
Well played.
Maybe you need a little bit more than 1. It was a good run though. 11's real solid. You look at, again, you just look over at his side of the... Oh, you guys can't see it. You just look over at his side of the... what's been played, and it's just like... You can't beat that stuff. A lot of the time. I think if that was like, you know, a 3-2 game, we probably wouldn't have played it out an extra 10 turns or whatever. Thank you, B-Bart, for the 11 bits. We probably wouldn't have played it out because your odds of winning are so low. But at 11, you know, it was a good game. And I think we made some cool plays. And sometimes it feels nice just to live, you know. It felt good to find the